Good afternoon, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to Rochester, New York. The kickoff weekend for the 2011 Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, as we bring you quarterfinal action in the Just Get Good Invitational between the Florida Alliance and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. We are here for quarterfinal action of the Just Get Good. Your starting lineup for the Penguins: in net, number 1, the squish tender, Squishy Evans. Your defense, 27, Cameron Pelly, and 57, David Chabel. Your forwards, your wings, are number 23, Ryan Schweitzer, number 18, Lucas Jones, and your center, number 90, Jack Carlson. And on cue, Carlson feathers a backhand rebound past.
Jeremy, there was a bouncing puck there, and Carlson got a stick on it, barely crossed the goal line, just barely crossed the line. But you see that puck go in, and the Penguins jump out to an early 1-0 lead here, 30 seconds into the contest.
So the Penguins get a goal. Oh yeah, we didn't have a camera person, so you didn't see it on TV. I just realized we didn't have somebody working the camera. I tried to send a message out, but the reception in here is brutal. As in come the Alliance trying to tie things up. Pelly will run into him, and they're going to call her rough. I'm okay on that one. I don't know that I agree.
Penguins jumping out to an early 1-0 lead here, as the Florida Alliance with the chance to jump right back into it as they get a power play here. Cameron Pelly going to the box for roughing, did you say?
That was the call. He came together with someone, and that kid fell down, and he will head to the sin bin. So it'll be Brenneman and Halliday up front as the Alliance start the power play. I didn't get a chance to introduce the Commodore George Pearsall doing color commentary because I was in the middle of the starting lineups when the Penguins scored. So welcome, George.
Hey, good
Thanks
to be
for jumping in.
Of course, good to be back.
Much better start than really what we've seen from the Penguins.
Yeah, so far.
As we've had a conversation, like they've come out with puck possession, but not necessarily production from it, and now we're getting production early. So what a great play, what a great finish by Carlson. I love the feed, Schweitzer finding Jones on that play.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Jones with the shot and the rebound was able to be gathered in by Carlson as Florida Alliance sets up their man advantage here. So they're trying to even it up, and that'll be punched to the netting above by Danny Foster. And we'll get a whistle.
There's a serious sound system in the rink today. What do you say?
Yeah. Well, this is the new home of the Rochester Junior Americans, as we see Flume set to take the face-off shorthanded here for the Penguins. So a brand new Null team, as Squish makes a save and will bounce on the rebound.
Well, Jeremy, we know this team can score. The top 2 point producers so far in the 2011 bracket, both members of the Florida Alliance, Easton Anders and Cameron Klein, top 2 point producers in this tournament amongst 2011. So we know they can score.
Face-off. Won by Florida, but sent all the way back out to center ice. Hopefully this will kill the remainder. 10 seconds left on the Pelly minor for roughing, as the Penguins look to get an early penalty kill. Will that add the additional life as well? An early goal, an early PK. Here's Pearsall. Pearsall trying to wedge it to the middle. He'll get control. It's like it's attracted to him, that puck. He tried to find Golnack back to the net. It'll come out through center by the Alliance. Anders will pull up. You mentioned him, point producer for the Alliance as Track gets to the puck in behind.
Anders 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points. And Klein leading the tournament with 8 goals in 3 games.
Here comes Golnack dumping it deep. Picked up by the Alliance defense in the corner. Up and off the netting. Faceoff will come outside of the Penguin zone. The Alliance in white for this one. White jerseys with the Florida Alliance palm tree logo upon the chest.
Jeremy, is something, jumping out at me when I look at the 2 benches. The Penguins much deeper bench. I think the Florida Alliance running 8 forwards and 4D. So you wonder, could that be a factor, particularly later in this game? You might have some tired bodies out there.
Especially game 2.
Yep, that's right.
Of a day. So icing here by the Alliance. Your Penguins, guess what color they're in?
Black and gold, and they're sporting the iconic gold Pennzoil helmet.
The only jerseys we have available. So they are, what did we come in as, the 2 seed?
The 3 seed. The 3 seed. We're actually playing Florida Alliance, who's the number 2 seed on the other side of the bracket.
Okay. As a pass across by Jones and a rebound kick. Schweitzer's shot kicks the rebound out. And the Penguins will reset. It'll be icing on the Pens this time.
Okay. So you see across the way, Jeremy, I see the announcing crew setting up for the Null game later tonight.
Yes, the Rochester Junior Americans NAHL team. And that's part of this upgraded sound system. They have light effects. I was at the game last night, a new broadcast booth that we were asked not to go into any longer. But yeah, pretty cool setup here at the Rochester Ice Center as Florida tries to drive it into the middle. Another centering feed. This one stopped by Squish as they battle. It's underneath the goaltender. Number 1, the Squish tender. He was able to make a save and then Twister-esque.
Yeah, that puck was rattling around in front of the net, and Squish, I don't know how he did it, but he managed to get a paw on it. I think he covered it with the glove hand.
Referee helps the players get aligned here. And we are underway again as Halliday drives through center. Looking for Flume, finds the rebound. It's loose in front.
Jeremy, he was going pass off pad
Clearly.
there. You could see it all day. Looking for Flume on the back door, pass off pad, and there's a penalty there.
Good, heavy, low shot by Halliday. Now the Penguins will get their shot at the man advantage. So we've seen some action here. A goal early, a penalty kill early, a good save on one end, another good save on the other end.
Yeah. Back and forth.
So we're 4 minutes in, and this game has already been an exciting affair.
Now, Jeremy, these 2 teams met last season in this very tournament in the finals.
Yes.
A game that the Penguins won, I believe, by a score of 11-3. A different affair this year, of course. We got some new bodies on both sides, and we'll see this quarterfinals matchup.
As carrying behind is Halliday to the point for Pelly. Pelly across for Flume.
Oh, what a
Flume's
look.
heavy shot down low. Rebound came out. Halliday with one. As Chappie battles in front of the net. Another interception here by Flume. Firing one. It'll be blocked. Not cleared, though. There's Flume again.
Well, how many plays has Flume made on that half wall here, Jeremy, on this power play?
The D'Angelo power play so far. It's Chappie out of the corner looking for a give and go. Knocked out of the air by Halliday.
I thought it was a high stick.
Kept in by Pelly. It wouldn't have mattered. It came off a Florida player. Anyways, rising shot by Pelly, shoulder to side. Here's Chappie behind the cage.
Oh, boy.
And now we're going to get a penalty on
Cameron Pelly.
Cameron Pelly.
He's going to get one for interference here. He looked like he took down the Florida Alliance player, did not get up quickly enough for the ref. And he goes to the box for 90 seconds for interference.
So the face-off will come back to the Pens, and we'll get a little 4v4 action.
All right. Well, the Penguins back in their own zone.
Time spot number 27, Cameron Tell, interference. Tell for interference.
Did we get a warning there?
A warning.
A face-off warning. You see that in the, NAHL, the juniors levels, where they've gone to, instead of kicking a guy out, they warn the team on a face-off, and then a second infraction would be a minor.
Wow.
That's not how it's done in youth. They wave the player out like NHL style. I thought that was interesting. The referee made the signal of a warning. Nonetheless, we play on. Puck along the wall, up for Pearsall. He darts out the center 4-on-4 action. And as you've just heard, the Florida Alliance head to the 5-on-4 advantage as Pearsall controls down low. To track. Rim down low. Here's the OG Owen Golnack. Florida coming up through center. Weaving to the middle. Backdoor feed comes free. There's Squish with a big time save. Rebound pops free out front though. So Squish with a big stop, but that juicy rebound went off of the Penguin defenseman trying to clear and was picked off.
And there's number 24, Cameron Klein. Tournament leading 9th goal, Jeremy. And it seems like those goal scorers know where to go. Found himself at the top of the crease. Puck bounced to him, and he put it in the top corner.
We've got a door issue here, and it's the second time I've seen it. The Florida Alliance penalty box door is not closed. Neither is their bench door. Their bench door was open as well at the start of that face-off. 2 doors open. It's a dangerous. Like I mentioned before, we saw it in the 2010s. A kid almost, they rushed him to the hospital with what they believed was a broken femur and pelvis. Jeez. He's not, which is great, but he's still out for a significant period of time. So
scary.
Yeah, as Carlson darts in to the inside for a backhander from Schweitzer that's covered up and held.
The mathematician Schweitzer calculates the angle of the pass, gets a strong backhand on it, and Florida Alliance goalie slid over and said no.
Carlson to the dot. Wins it back to Track. Track trying for the corner will be picked off. Here come the Alliance. 1-1 tie, quarterfinal action here. That's a heavy blast. Will be in on Squish. He's out on top of that crease to gobble it up and get this whistle for the Penguins.
6.5 minutes into the first period, Florida Alliance with a 7-5 advantage in the shot department. There will be no unofficial Commodores shot clock today, Jeremy, because we have the real one.
Florida controls along the wall. Down low. We have seen the Penguins have to defend here quite a bit.
Yep.
Put in front, a backside feed. And sprawling across was Squish trying to make that stop.
And guess who? Number 24, Cameron Klein, tournament leading 10th goal of the season. And
that came on that pass, though.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that dish, a 2-on-1 developed off the faceoff. And a backside feed was just on the tape.
Yep.
Nothing else can be said for it. And he was able to just elude the diving Squish tender as he came across. And back comes Florida. Golnack able to cut it off at center. Pearsall on what will be an offside play at the line.
And that's, 10 goals. 10 goals for Cameron Klein. Impressive output.
And I think somebody in the scores box just imploded with whatever sound we're hearing right now.
Well, whatever they spent on the sound system, it wasn't enough, I guess. This is crazy.
As Golnack will gain the offensive zone. Into the middle for Pearsall. Puck rolling for Bolas. Get there.
Oh.
It's loose. And we have a whistle.
Bodies galore there as the Penguins go hard to the net. Oof. You see Tyler Bolas, the Penguins winger, who goes head over heels over top of the goalie. Hope the goalie's okay. He appears to be.
I don't know what I maybe he thought I'm assuming he thought it was underneath the goalie. That puck was 5 feet away from the goaltender.
Yep, it was. Great play by Bolas. He knows where to go. He went right to the cage. And Tyler Bolas, very impressive so far, Jeremy. This being his 4th game as a forward this year. Looks strong on that puck. Knows where to go.
Schweitzer with a centering feed to Jones that's blockered or kicked away by the pillows of the goaltender. Here's Jones back out of the corner in front for Carlson's shot. Down low, they dig. It'll squirt to the corner. Florida tries to clear. Chappie will stop it at the point. Nice give and kind of stop and start there, and he shoots one. Careening through the goal crease. Here's Jones off the wall, backside feed for Schweitzer. And he just sent it high over the 4x6 net.
Boy, what a play by Lucas Jones there to make that seam pass to Schweitzer for the one-timer.
Schweitzer back defending as Pelly gets back to intercept the centering pass. Here's Carlson. Carlson will try to go full saucy to Jones. It's picked off by Florida, but right there Schweitzer to pressure and push it deeper into the Florida end. Carlson up on the forecheck. As back come the Alliance. In on an onside play as they weave to the inside. Off the skate of Chappie. He
Penguins looking for
looks
a call
to
there.
the official there. Not going to get that call as they cycle down low. Next time, maybe David Chappell, he better call Saul. Might be able to get that call from him. Here comes Brenneman in, and it'll be an interference call.
Wow.
A tightly called game here, I think. I agree with the call. He dumped it behind the defender. The defender interfered with him. But I don't know that it's one that we always see.
Nope.
Florida gets the touch up, and we get a Penguin power play here.
Shots knotted up right now, 9 shots apiece. And now the Penguins, who trail for the 2nd game in a row today, are going to have to use this power play as a chance to get right back into it.
And the last power play only lasted 33 seconds. So maybe with this one we can get a full power play, and let's see what the extra attacker will do for the Penguins here. It'll be Brenneman, Flume, Halliday, Caruso, and Foster. It looks like we have Aunt Stephanie and Neat, as well as Grammy Stats already on the chat. If you want to chat with us as well, hit the subscribe button. 5 minutes later, you'll be able to jump on our chat and cheer on your favorite players out here as the Penguins work it into the Alliance end.
Oh, look at the pass. Oh, he saw him.
Brenneman was looking for Flume there. As now it'll be Halliday in front for Brenneman. Oh, sneaky backhand pass.
With a strong stick of Halliday there.
And the Alliance able to clear.
Oh, boy.
It'll be fired all the way up the ice. It's icing if it's far enough. No icing is the call, though, as it did not get far enough. Picked up by Trek to Golnack. And on an onside play.
I have noticed that door at the Florida Lions bench does keep popping open, so.
Yeah, like when the puck comes. As Bolas gets control. Bolas winding, firing a slap shot that's tracked and grabbed by the goaltender.
Nice glove save there. I'd like to get a name here on the goalie, who we know has already made some big saves. See if I can get a name here, Jeremy.
Face-off controlled. Bros with a shot down low. That'll miss the net. Pearsall will get there. Good job reading where that defender was going as he darts in front just at the last second as he was trying to pass it. His stick got tapped from behind. Power play expires here for Pittsburgh. as they battle in front of the blue line. Pearsall with a fancy move, and he's got a luxury condo in Roof City.
Nice play along the boards there. Pearsall dances around the defender, goes in, and I didn't think he had much room up top, but he found it. And that brings the game back. Knotted at 2. Penguins are right back in it.
He didn't need much room.
Well,
He posted stamped that one. Write a little postcard to Grandma. Put the stamp on the corner. And the Penguins tie things up at 2 as Schweitzer hops on the forecheck. His shot gloved.
again, you look at these two benches. You see tons of bodies on the Penguins. You see very few bodies on Florida. I think you might see, hopefully, that the Penguins' forecheck start to wear down the opponent. But Florida has proven to be pretty resilient so far, coming in waves.
As here's Chappie. Winding, shooting one. He was looking backside for Schweitz.
I like that.
Tied up along the boards is Pelly. As the Penguins get the even up marker there, puck will flip into the Alliance bench.
You see Cameron Pelly just jumping off the ice at you all weekend. He's always been a fantastic player, but I think he's really elevating his game here so far in the early going of this season.
Penguins win the faceoff.
Cameron
They've done that a lot.
Cameron Pell, as the announcer likes to call him here in the arena.
Yeah, we've heard Pele. Pell backdoor feed! And it'll go from behind the net. It's big Lucas. I am not your father, Jones.
Jeremy, we know Lucas likes to score goals from the rough front of the net. I think he actually scored that one from behind the net. I think he used the long reach to get his stick behind the goaltender and deposit the check there. And big goal for the Penguins as they take a 3-2 lead. You can see them on the bench. There is energy now. The boys are buzzing.
So a high score. You mentioned the Florida Alliance team will score.
Oh, yeah.
And they have. This is the highest scoring period we've had of the tournament for the Penguins. A 3-2 lead. And we still got 3 minutes left, so I don't know what's going to come after this. As Flume sends it across for Halliday. He was gapped up on tightly, so a bouncing puck will head to the corner for Brenneman. Brenneman battles deep. The Alliance will try a cross ice. Trying to spring Klein, who already has a pair.
Yep.
Danny Foster gets the boot on that.
If Klein's out there, I think Foster's a guy you like to see defending. Rugged Penguins defender.
Here comes Brenneman, darting to the inside, leaves it for Halliday. Halliday tries to feed it across the crease. It rolls around in front and back come the Alliance. Alliance will gain the Penguins' end here. Dumping it to the corner. Now behind the net. Pearsall over to Pressured as the Alliance control in deep. Bros knocks it to the corner. Here's Pearsall in support. Flume waiting up the half wall for a breakout. This will come right up the middle of the ice, all the way to the Florida end.
Nice play by Track there in front. That puck came out. You got a stick on it. Big clear.
Penguins force a turnover. That's Chappie.
Ooh.
I thought he and Pelly were going to run into each other there for a second. That was almost dangerous. As weaving through comes an Alliance player. Squish will glove it down and then poke it with the stick.
Yeah, Labella, number 86 there. Made his way through the Penguin zone, knife towards the net. Got a really strong stick on it.
Great stick by Chappell that time as the backhander. They're testing the glove again and Squish there. As Squish is getting the business behind the play. Pelly comes through, trying to dart through, tried the toe drag. I think that'll be a move that begins to go away this year.
The toe drag?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As back come the Alliance, defended by 88 Foster. Puck left, and there's the glove of Squish Tender again. Fighting off another one here.
You have to wonder, Jeremy, did the Florida Alliance team somehow get a scouting report that says go glove side on Squish? That's what it seems every shot's going, and he has been equal to the task. As
Carlson darts in. A rolling puck comes to Jones. Jones in front for Carlson. He'll go to the corner as it's blocked. A second attempt will bounce the whole way to the point for Foster. Foster winding, firing. It comes off the backside of Schweitzer to the corner. Battling in deep, Schweitzer for Jones. It gets through for a missile that just misses high.
Jones in that patented spot in the high slot. And you see the back check there. Nice finish to the period for the Penguins.
We will see a minute intermission. Here's the Penguins gather around newly minted permanent head coach Kyle Verbeek. He's flanked by Joe Pelly and Jim Halliday.
Yeah, Coach Verbeek, I think, still breaking in this young Penguins team. I know he's very excited about the opportunity to coach this squad. On the opposite bench, you see the Florida Lions coached by former #1 overall pick
Jeremy Evans. Oh, no, not Jeremy.
Vincent LeCavalier, yeah. And you know what? I was talking to him briefly yesterday. He said they lost 2 players last year coming into this year. And so he has some turnover as well. He has some new bodies as well. Not really the same team that we faced in the finals last year. So I think that's really when you get into these tournaments in early September, everybody's still finding their way.
So through one, the Penguins got up, then they got down, and then they got up again. Back and forth affair here in Rochester.
If you're tuning in as a Florida Alliance fan, I hope you enjoy the broadcast. Jeremy, how many countries do we have that watch Cine TV?
So we are obviously #1 in the United States in youth hockey broadcasting. And we're right there in the great north of Canada as well. Our #3 country, Korea, a huge following in the South Korea market.
I was going to say not Pyongyang, not North Korea? Okay.
No. The music keeps us out of there. We almost every broadcast gets blocked in Russia and North Korea because of music that plays in the background. So, as Carlson weaves in his pass to Jones is wristed towards the cage. It's blocked. Florida doing a good job blocking shots here, I think.
Yeah, no, they've been getting in the lane. Here comes Klein, the goal scorer, coming in.
For Anders. We picked off by the Pens and sent right back the other way. There's Brenneman. And it looks like he was just shot out of a cannon to break through. It'll work its way to the corner for Halliday.
By the way, if the Florida Lions equipment manager's watching, would like to request maybe slightly darker numbers. Kind of hard to see them as we announce the boys in white.
Yeah, the like baby bluish.
Yeah.
You're my boy, blue. Light blue, dark blue, and like a burgundy type red color.
Nice pass.
And also, your backup goaltender would like a jersey as well. So I always feel bad for the kid early in the season who doesn't quite have one yet.
Yeah.
As a breakout pass is picked off. Chance here for the Alliance. Is fought off by the shoulder of the squish tender, and then it ricochets right to the mitt.
Yeah. Is that what he did? He angled it.
Got it off the shoulder, and it came right in front. He was able to grab it with the glove, and we'll get a stop and play.
He borrowed Schweitzer's protractor and just figured out the angle to bank it right into the glove, huh?
It'll be Pearsall over the dot in the defensive zone. Darting in Bolus. That's a face-off win by a wing right there. I love it. Vegas did a great job on draws in this one. Perhaps something they worked on here. As Chappie keeps it the point. Just briefly, and we'll have an offside play at the line.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, when you think about face-offs, it's more than just the center, right? It's a team sport. You like to see those wings come crashing in. So often these centers are going to tie up the opposing center. It's really going to come down to the wings who dictate how the face-off's going to go.
Penguins control again. This time Golnak gets it into the zone. It'll be cleared right back out by the Alliance and picked up by Pelly. Pelly turned away from one danger right into another. Didn't see the guy on the backside there. So maybe a little communication.
Nice
Talking
play.
it up. as Bolus
Nice breakout.
sends it across for Golnack. And I love Golnack there, delaying just enough. Tyler Bolus with a blast that's gloved and held.
Let's go back through that play. You see Cameron Pelly pass the puck behind the net to Chappell. Chappell goes up along the boards to Bolus. Bolus goes up to Golnack.
I love Golnack's delay
Yes,
there.
yes.
You see him just kind of delay so he can catch it in flight on the forehand.
Golnack to Pearsall, Pearsall to Bolus. Every man on the ice, every guy on the ice touched it. Love to see it.
Schweitzer in front for a one-timer from Jones. As the puck rolls loose, we get a whistle.
Yeah, you see that play off the face-off going behind the net. And I think it was Schweitzer who attempted to one-time it right out.
He's like a waiter right now, just serving up dishes.
My goodness. Put down the calculator.
Yeah. Multiple jobs.
Yeah.
As Caruso battles at the line. Will be brought on by the Alliance. Taken over by Carlson, who's bumped. And now we re-engage. Coming off the wall, the Alliance. A backside feed.
Oh.
And out top to gobble her up is the squish tender. He gets a stop and play.
Jeremy, this Florida Alliance team just keeps coming. You see shots on goal 15-13 right now in favor of the Penguins. I think they might have missed a few for Florida. My unofficial shot clock would be 16-15 Florida. But, you know, what's on the scoreboard matters, I suppose.
I'm a goalie dad. I actually like it when people pay attention and put shots up.
Yeah.
I hate it when they're off.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, fine, but, you know, you're off by too many. It drives me crazy. Here comes Brenneman. He'll fire one, just missing the far side post. As he skirted through the neutral zone. Back comes Florida. We play back and forth hockey.
Oh, what a play.
And a play by the Bulldozer to take away a cross-ice feed.
Boy, Bros goes down, cuts off the pass. What a play. That was going to be a breakaway.
What a job there by the defender to take away the pass. As Flume has it rolling around in his feet, following on Brenneman. Up for Halliday. They got Brenneman on this center drive. They'll try to go back to him. It just ticked off of a defender's stick. As it's counterattacked here by Florida. They'll play catch along the boards.
Oh, boy. Nifty move there by Bloom. Number 25 for Florida.
Pearsall disrupts it, and Bolus comes back the other way. Leaving for Pearsall. Into the high slot for Flume. It's just behind him, knocked away by the Alliance, and back they come this way. Again, that back and forth hockey.
Yeah. Pearsall forced it into traffic, and you see Florida, you know, they capitalized on that chance right away.
Chappie with a cross-ice pass. Good job to clear the zone, and the indirect part of it sent it actually in on net. It wouldn't have been far enough for icing either way. The Alliance goaltender forced to play, and had a bit of a mix-up there.
2-on-1.
Oh, and the Penguins getting caught here as a centering pass comes through. It misses the stick. Back come the Pens.
Here we go.
It's a track meet back and forth. Penguins defense kind of lulled to sleep in the offensive zone here, and back come the Florida Alliance again. It's a 3-on-2 developing. And Cameron Pelly with a read to cut it off. It'll go off the stick of Bolus to the corner.
I guarantee Verbeek and LeCavalier had want nothing to do with the track meet. I don't think any coach is looking for that.
As it
2-on-1.
comes off of Pelly, a 2-on-1 develops. Caruso defense. Pass comes in front, and the squish tender stops and puts the stick out to get a stop.
Did he get his toe on that? Is that what it was?
I think it was the stick, but I heard like a thudding type sound. I hope it wasn't his toe, because otherwise he's got a wooden toe that I didn't know about.
Okay, well.
And back comes Florida. Back and forth we go. Squish will put one to the outside. Trying to start the breakout was the squish tender there.
Yeah, he's looking to get on the score sheet, I think.
Yeah, we had a conversation. 45 minutes of ice time through the tournament and no points. Sounds like selfish hockey to me. Schweitzer in front. Jones tries to feed it across and go off a stick. Foster and Carlson switch. A little communication there as Florida almost had another 2-on-1. Danny had to come off the back of the skates, and Danny Foster gets control. He drives the net for a blast from Flume. In front. On the side of the cage is jumping Jack Carlson, who literally jumps after scoring the goal. And that is a spicy meatball.
If you didn't catch Carlson's first goal, that second goal was a pretty good replay, just the other end of the ice. Scoring it as it was rattling around there in the crease, kind of behind the goalie. Carlson gets a stick on it. That might be the third goal the Penguins have scored today from behind the net. They're going to the net. They're crashing. 4-2 Pens.
As Flume drives in. A centering pass comes from Halliday. And now Flume's going to head off.
Flume appeared to take the extra shot there.
He didn't like something that happened further up the ice. And,
retaliatory maybe?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So the Penguins took a 2-goal lead. But now Florida's going to have a chance to strike right back.
Here they come. You saw the Penguins go to the net hard there. The Florida Lions goaltender, number 36, Nicholas Ryan, up to the task as the Penguins all seem to be crashing right in towards the crease.
8:40 to play, second period action. The Penguins will go to a 90-second PK. At least we hope it goes 90 seconds as a shot comes in. Squish able to get the glove to it.
Yep.
Get it covered.
Boy, Jeremy, if you only packed his glove today,
Yeah.
I think that would be all he would have needed, right? I mean, that'd be okay. Squish with a very active glove hand.
As Bros knocked down, Track will come away with it. Up for Halliday. A rolling puck bounces over his stick, but he'll track it down. Puck in behind the Florida zone, pinned against the wall as they scrum around. Halliday will retreat. Good job as the puck moves a bit. Brenneman digging back forward. It comes out for a blast by Halliday that skips off a pad and wide. Wow.
What a chance.
Good. I loved Halliday's play there. Good puck support. He dug in early. Then as the play kind of froze up a bit, he backed off. And then as it started to come out, he reattacked and re-engaged. And that's no call.
Okay.
No call there. Brenneman knocked down on the play heavily.
Verbeek not happy with the no call there by the official.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Potentially I thought maybe an interference. As the Brodozer able to work it to the outside. It'll be swiped up and cleared by Golnak. No icing. It can't be icing. There's no way. Nope. No icing to call. 13 left on the man advantage. This is taken away by Pearsall. Penguins with more chances on this than Florida. We saw a shorty in the last game that really changed the momentum against Mid-Fairfield.
Yep.
Maybe this penalty right here digs it forward for the Pens as they kill it off, and Bolus just overskates a scoring chance in front. I thought our camera lady, Heidi Chapo, was going to fall off here. She was so, I thought she was ready for the goal to be scored already. I love it. I thank everybody who chips in and works the camera for us here throughout. Allows us to bring you the broadcast. And these great images as Pelly carries it behind. A calm play to rim it around for Golnak. Golnak twists it up to Pearsall. He'll back into the zone on an onside play. Following on, Bolus and Pearsall kind of interrupt each other, battling for the same biscuit. And in flight come the Alliance. Crossing over, there's that toe drag, and there's the takeaway by Chappie. His clearing attempt goes off of a stick, but picked up by Bolus. With speed into the offensive zone, shot blocked. Left for Carlson, who goes around one in front and tries to elevate it short side. Misses just. That posted stamp corner Pearsall found before.
Jack Carlson with a hat trick against this team last year in this tournament. With 2 on the day, looking for the HT, Jeremy.
As the Penguins try to get organized in their own end. Carlson was down behind the net. As he got up, the puck came right to him. It's just attracted to him.
That's it.
Jones jumps around one, potentially creates a 2-on-1 here as he drives the corner. Supported by Carlson, who gets the puck behind the net. He's out to the point for a drive by Foster that's kicked aside. Schweitzer to the area behind the net. There's Carlson. Twists one way, turns the other. Tried to center it. That's blocked. He'll go back to the puck and get it to Schweitzer. A give and go there with Carlson. It didn't get through, and there is Ryan Schweitzer Schweitzer tickling the twine with a twisted wrister.
I think that's his first official goal of the season, Jeremy. And he made no mistake. He shot that puck hard right along the ice. I think it made his way through the 5-hole, between the legs
It did.
of the Florida netminder. Penguins up now 5-2 with 5:16 left in the second.
They found some scoring touches. Schweitzer finds the back of the cage. Carried to the outside, fanned on one, but there's a second attempt that gets it back for a shot that sails wide. That was a heck of a shot.
It was.
And a 2-on-1 develops as Flume will find the streaking Halliday. Forehand back in. Rebound in front, just couldn't get to it.
Wow, what a play.
Good clear by Florida there, but Flume will take over.
Nicholas, the goalie, really stretched out there. Look out.
And there's Jimmy on the spot again.
Boy, Halliday just a horse in front of the net. The puck bounced to him. The Florida defender couldn't quite move him. And now the Penguins jump out to a commanding 6-2 lead here with 4:42 left in the second.
And he sneaks it in, snug as a bug in a rug.
Florida's got to change goalies. Can't put this on the goalie.
No.
You know, some breakaways, some rebounds in front. You know, second, third, fourth scoring chance. I think he's played really well so far.
Yeah, and I mean, as a parent of a goalie, you look at the first period like, oh, your kid gave up 2 goals. Like, that's not the stat you want in the second period. But, you know, they were 2 good scoring opportunities by Florida.
Yeah.
And same in this case. You got a breakaway. You've got rebounds in front that are, you know, Penguins are getting body position. You know, Penguins have found that scoring touch we've been looking for.
Yep, that's right.
But you also might just be looking to shake things up, you know. You'll see that at times with goalies playing well, giving up a couple, and they're trying to change the momentum of the team by saying, hey, look, we're gonna switch goalies and see if you'll work harder in front of this one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a tactic that works at times. So, I mean, Florida, we've seen their offensive ability as it'll come off of a glove on the Penguin bench there.
Jeremy, what I like to see is, you know, with 6 goals on the board, each line represented. You know, you see 4 goals from that Carlson line. You see that Halliday goal there, the Pearsall goal earlier. That's what you want. You want to see that scoring throughout the lineup, and that's what we're seeing here this afternoon.
And early on in the tournament, I thought it was the defense really driving the scoring. We saw Pelly.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Bros. We saw a couple those heavy shots from Chappell on the play. Caruso getting in there. Foster, Track, all those guys creating opportunity in the offensive zone as we see Pelly find Chappie again with the blast. As Bolus drove to get the rebound, it's just to the corner.
Love the play by Pelly there to hold that puck, show shot. Looked like he was going to shoot, and then sure enough went to the far point. Chappie had all day. He could have dusted that puck off, right?
But it's good he didn't. He fired an absolute snot rocket that went off something and wide.
Yeah, I was going to say piss missile.
Well, yeah. Could be one of those, too. It depends on the trajectory of the projectile as to whether it's more downward or out.
We should ask Schweitzer, the mathematician.
As Carlson takes the draw, Florida will win this one. Comes off of a skate. It's battled for. Jones able to tap it right to Carlson. That's a headsy play. Jones drives wide. Stopping, pulling in front, looking for Schweitzer in front. Here's Carlson to it. He plays it back towards Jones, who was in the back playing Twister.
They're going to get Jones for roughing, I believe. I'm not sure if they're going to take them both.
Yep, it looks like both maybe for giving each other the business, as they say.
Did. Jones pleading his case to his coach. I don't think that's going to do it, though.
Nobody puts baby in the box.
Oh, you got Jones for the Penguins and number 44, LeCavalier for the Florida Alliance. And I don't know whether we'll play 4-on-4 or 5-on-5.
Should be 5-on-5.
That's what I'm thinking.
Should be coincidentals.
Yeah.
Remember to hit that subscribe button and go to CineTV.com for all your Cine TV apparel. CineTV.com. As we're working on the George Pearsall, the Commodore bobblehead, as a centering pass comes through. Here's Foster with a drive.
It's what they want.
That's blocked. I mean, we got to give the people what they want. Other than me on television, that's brutal for everyone at home. Our ratings plummet when the camera person puts the camera on me.
Oh, I disagree.
Foster finding Halliday. He has it knocked away, and back come the Alliance. Defended by Foster to the outside as they twist in.
Boy, 24 Klein there, just very shifty.
A little give and go as the squish tender will get a short side shot, keep it out. Rebound controlled by Florida. Pass in behind the cage, picked off by Brenneman. He'll find Flume. Flume 1-on-1.5 here. And no interference that time. Similar play to what we saw earlier that was called.
Yeah.
And again, I said we don't usually see it, so that time it was called more of what we're used to, I think.
See, I actually thought D'Angelo sort of skated into the guy.
Exactly.
And I think that's why it wasn't called.
As an Alliance shot blocked out front. I love the shot blocks. Penguins doing a good job of that this year. And that's some of what's going to have to come into the Penguins game a bit is some of those sacrificial places. Here comes a breakthrough. In. Forward back, and he pulled it around Squish, but Squish had cut the angle, and it went the whole way through the crease.
Wow.
Aggressive there, the squish tender coming out to play that one.
That's right.
The player pulls it around as airs a feed off a stick to the OG, winding in Golnack. Golnack will be hooked on the play. The Penguins get control, and we got a delayed penalty as Squish takes off for the bench. I want to see a skating contest, Squish and the Cannoli.
Wow. That's you know what? That could be a fundraiser. You saw the Cannoli do it earlier today, and it was that second period long change as well. And now Squish with his turn. Just flying up the ice.
So unless they score, the Penguins will have a power play through the rest of this period and briefly into the next.
And if you are the parent of the current Florida Lions goaltender, we can't help you. We don't know the name.
You could always subscribe below, and in 5 minutes, let us know the name.
That's right. That'd be wonderful.
As Carlson sets up, Bros for a wrist shot, goes off the shoulder to the corner.
And you see Jones here along the near boards with that stick cocked in the air. Look for him. To let one loose. Look at him.
I think Florida's looking for him, too.
He wants it. I want it.
As Carlson's hooked up, he'll be drugged to the ice. And we're going to have another penalty here.
Yeah, the Penguins are going to go up 5-on-3 here for the remainder of this period unless they put one behind the goaltender here. We see Coach Verbeek coaching the boys up. I know they've done some power play work in practice so far. I don't know that I've seen much 5-on-3 practiced. Big face-off win there by Carlson.
Here's puck rolling off a track stick. It'll be gathered in by Jones. He looks and fires. It comes off the glove. Carlson fires it back in front. I think he was trying to go off the back of the goaltender. It'll be Jones to Track. Track to Bros.
Oh, look at him.
Traffic
He's going to do
in
it.
front. Here's a feed across for Jones and a shot. That'll be gloved and held.
He had it right in his wheelhouse. I thought Jones was going to unleash the beast there.
The one time he settled it down first.
Yeah.
He gave the goalie time to slide over. I don't know if he had the passing lane, but he had a backdoor feed there too.
Oh, yeah. Logan Horkey, the Florida Lions goaltender. And you know how I know that, Jeremy?
His mom's next to us.
His mom just told us. Yeah.
So thank you to those of you listening at home from Florida.
A lovely hockey mom, Mrs. Horkey. Did I say it right? Horkey? Horkey, there we go.
As Flume comes in, here's Halliday back to Chapel. Setting it up, and there's a takeaway. And back comes Florida, shorthanded 3-on-5 as they gain the zone.
Smart play here. Look at this.
And now they have a potential 2-on-1 in front.
Wow.
And the Pens will take it away. Interesting end.
Mr. Horkey saying nice things about us from Florida. Thank you. And Jeremy, you saw the nice play there by Gabriel Lecavalier, number 44 for Florida, killing a 5-on-3. Takes that puck wide, looks to kind of stall, delay the play, trying to kill some clock. It almost gets a scoring. Does get a scoring chance there late in the period.
The flight of the dads, the dad migration,
See Todd Bowles
and the
down there?
goalie mom with the camera.
Okay.
Wave to the camera there, Mrs. Evans.
She says hello. Now, I could be wrong. I think this Florida Lions team, Jeremy, was ranked, I think, in the top 5 last year. Obviously, a very, very quality squad. We see that.
I mean, the electricity of they fly.
Yep. They really do.
And I'm not just talking about flying to tournaments. They fly up and down the ice. We have 1 second left on the 5-on-3. They will come out of the sin bin there, 86. And then the Penguins will have 33 additional seconds of power play time here to start the third.
You see on the bench right now, Coach Verbeek, he's got the forwards gathered around the dry erase board. Not sure what he's drawn up for them, but looks like he's coaching the boys up good. You have 1 second of 5-on-3 time, and now 5-on-4.
So we will put 15 minutes on the clock. We'll switch sides for the final time, and we'll settle this one on a 200 by 85 sheet of frozen water. Tossed behind the squish tender. Gathered in by Chappie. Chappie to Pelly. Pelly with a nice drop to Golnak. Golnak, maybe the best crossovers in the business there. As Pearsall goes 360 for a pass that comes the whole way through. Caruso to it. It'll come off of his stick. Right free here. Pearsall trying to dart through. Golnak with it.
Oh!
His centering feed will come off the stick of Bolus. Did Bolus get a twig on that? I couldn't tell.
I think he might have just touched it.
A shot from Florida outside the circles tract and held in the paraphernalia of squish.
The goaltender, Horky, normally wears number 33, but he's wearing the number 1 jersey. Maybe they're having similar jersey issues that the Penguins are this year.
Perhaps. It'll be a face-off for Carlson in the defensive zone. Supported by Jones, but won by Florida. Here comes off the corner. Good stick by Foster to reject a driving play. I also like, if you watched in front, and this you don't always see, Tom Caruso absolutely had the player tied up that was the passing option. Unsung things there in front of the cage. That player peeled off the wall, and his only option was to challenge Foster. As Carlson lines one that'll just miss, and it'll come off a Florida glove there on the bench, and it'll be an offensive zone faceoff.
You know what I like there, Jeremy? Jones goes into the offensive zone. He pivots. He hits that L2 button if you've ever played NHL on Xbox or PlayStation. Yes, he hits that L2 button and pivots. Finds Carlson cross ice, and Carlson screams that puck over Horky, the Florida goaltender.
Brenneman to take the faceoff. Here is Halliday in the corner. Up top for Track. Track with a shot. Deflects it in front. Horky tracks it and keeps it out. Bros with a shot down low. Just wide of the cage. Brenneman to it. Brenneman tries to cycle down low. And Halliday just man strength to pull that puck off the board there.
Yep.
To the point for Bros. He'll whack it back behind to Brenneman. Brenneman faked one way, went the other, set up a shot for Halliday that screams through the blue paint. Up top for Flume to Track for a shot that stick to the outside. Halliday behind the net.
Halliday's got those strong wrists. You see that a lot from baseball players. We know he plays baseball, and so many times you see that heavy shot, strong wrist, strong hands. Now we're going to see a penalty here on the Penguins.
Nope, it's just a high stick on the puck.
Now we're going to see a high stick on the puck here on the Penguins.
Faceoff will come back to the Pens' end. Leading by a 6-2 advantage here, third period on Cine TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching live, if you're watching on replay, if you don't know how to do it, if you have Gmail, you have YouTube.
Yep.
So you can log into use your Gmail credentials to log into YouTube. It's a Google account. And once you do that, you can do us a favor and hit that subscribe button below. As Golnak streaks through, steps on a twig.
Yeah. Quick hands there by Golnak, looking to go backhand.
What back pressure by Pearsall to disrupt things. The puck ends up back on a Florida stick, though. 2 minutes left on the 5-on-3. 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 2 Defended to the outside by Chappell.
Strong play by David Chappell.
He's been working hard this game. The yeoman's work of a defenseman.
Oh, here goes Golnak. That's going to go not for an ice.
Off the boards, controlled by the goaltender, played in behind the net. Golnak up on the forecheck pressure. He and Bolus team up. Now Pearsall in there, in support to pull the puck out. Fakes one way, moves the other. Looks back to Golnak for a shot. Comes all the way through to Bolus, who couldn't get hard wood on that one, as Pearsall continues to battle. And a breakout for Florida to the Penguin line. Defended perfectly by Caruso. Florida keeps, though. Carlson there to cut in front. Jones trying to find Carlson as a weaving Alliance player will get control, and it'll be an offside play. We had a stick down in the corner. Hopefully it is not a broken twig, or this trip just got more expensive for someone.
That's it. Jeremy, you know, when you look at this roster, you know, the names Klein, Anders jump out at you because you see them on the score sheet, but I've noticed a lot of these Florida Lions players loaded with talent. It looks like so many of these kids could get you at any given time. Squish having to be very sharp in net.
Yeah, is it Socha or Sochia? I've noticed that name quite a few times. Talented, speedy player.
Yep.
As Florida controls in the Pens end. There's Caruso in full battle mode.
That's strong.
Like a Viking.
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull. I love it. Here comes Carlson. Speed like cheetah. We can do this all day.
Oh,
Jones in front for Schweitzer. A rolling puck. Schweitzer disrupts the clear, though, and Track will keep it in.
Oh, I love the play by Track there, just to take that puck down the boards, let the Penguins establish the possession down low, not just throwing it on net. Really heads up play there by Track.
Schweitzer up on the forecheck. Now Jones angling as a bouncing puck comes off of Track. Picked up by Burrows. That pass picked off, and back come Florida. Weaving inside out.
Yep.
Burrows protecting to the outside as a puck spun in front. Oh! Rolling biscuit, bouncing around. Florida will get to it. Laid up the wall, but not out. It's been about a half a shift, full shift here of Florida pressure.
Oh, boy.
As the puck comes in front, crashing back as Schweitzer playing defense from that wing position. I love that.
Yeah, Florida really having the Penguins on their heels a bit on this shift. And you'd think this is going to be their chance to start to make that push here in the third.
Schweitzer ready along the half wall. Gets control, finds Jones. Jones
out.
weaving in. Goes to the backhand. He'll carry all the way to the corner and look for a trailer. And there it is, D'Angelo Valentino with a shot that stick on puck deflected to the corner.
Oh, you know what I loved by that? Jones doesn't try to take the guy on one-on-one. Instead, he buys time and waits for the trailer. The fresh body Flume off the bench. What a heads-up play by Lucas Jones.
Fresh body Flume. Isn't there fit body Flume?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of Flumes. Flume plays takeaway nowadays, just a step on the other side of the line as he gains the zone on an offside play.
Speaking of fresh body Flume, we'd like to say hello to his mother, Tiffany, who no doubt is watching from home, and probably his aunt, Jill Gleason.
Absolutely.
Many of us call her Jill Flume. And
Aunt Jill.
Aunt Jill, also Aunt
For
Jill.
everyone.
That's it.
Just like Aunt Stephanie. As these players adopt the family members of everyone.
I sure do.
Oh. As Brenneman tries to pull it through.
Oh, boy. Flume. Physical
Here's
play
Halladay.
there.
Up to Flume. Flume down the left wing side. He'll pull up, fire one back towards the middle. And he stays right with it. Back in. He just missed high.
He had it open, but he put it up into the
It's
into
college
the
football
rafters.
Saturday, and that field goal was up and good. As we'll see Pitt Cincinnati later today, as here comes Brenneman. Drop pass to Flume. What a play by the Pets. That play right there just creates space.
Yep.
And here's Flume back to it.
Flume with the puck on a string on this shift.
Just all over the biscuit. Penguins able to get a change while down in that end. Going to be cleared by the Alliance. Here comes Chappie up for Pearsall. Icing would be the call. It'll be played by the goaltender instead. Pearsall in after it. Twisting one way, coming back the other. In front for Golnak's one-timer that's blocked out front. Foster goes down the boards. Look at that backhand ability. That is not easy on the offside there for a defenseman. And in comes Florida. Klein, winding, firing, he'll miss.
Heavy shot.
And it'll work as a breakout. All the way back out the center, where the puck's turned over, picked up by Golnack. With speed to Pearsall. Pearsall back to Golnack, goes forehand, backhand, and goes flying through the crease as he tucks it in. Whining, dining, and tickling twine. It's Owen Golnack.
You know, Jeremy, rewind that goal. What you saw there was the pressure by Bolus in the neutral zone. The Florida Lions defender was under pressure. He coughed up the puck because of the pressure by Bolus. And then Golnack and Pearsall go in, go back and forth, and Owen Golnack, he always prefers the backhand. He likes to go to the backhand when he can. You saw it in that play there. And now it's a 7-2 lead for the Penguins. I think that's the first goal against Logan Horkey so far. Is that right? I think it was 6-2 when they made the goalie change.
I think so, as he sticks one to the outside. Here's Pearsall right after it. Or Gunak, as they call it. As Pearsall tries to wedge one through. Back comes Florida.
What they call him?
Gunak.
Gunak. Okay.
Gunak.
Well, I like the OG better, but maybe Gunak sticks.
It's knocked off Pearsall, stick out the center.
And here they come.
And here comes Pearsall to Golnack. Golnack darting in, looking, and he'll fire one off the side of the cage. Off balance. It'll be underneath the paraphernalia of Horkey. Oh, it looks like we have a running clock here at a 5-goal lead. I had stopped it, but I was wondering what the referee was talking to the scorekeeper about there after the goal.
That's it.
And I think that was it. So our clock will be about 4 seconds behind because I stopped it there. But we'll let the clock run, and so 3 seconds behind.
And at one point, Jeremy, the Florida Lions was up on the Penguins in shots on goal. Now the Penguins up 28-17.
Which I think is probably a little light on both ends,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I agree.
So, but the Penguins weathering a storm, staying to their game, and I mean really finding the scoring touch a little bit here in this one is Jones backside.
Oh!
And I mean, how do you even describe that shot by Jack Carlson other than to say, Grandma, you better find a better hiding spot for them cookies because Jack knows it's on the top shelf.
Oh, my goodness. You'd see hats littering the ice if we didn't have the netting around the surface. That's goal number 3 for Jack. Last year when they played in this tournament, he had a hat trick as well. I think that's just his thing. When he plays Florida Alliance in September, he likes to get the hat trick.
As Bros.
For his third goal, game number 90, Jack Carlson. Access number 11.
So it'll be Carlson from track, according to the PA announcer here at the Rochester Ice Center.
I'm a little bit afraid of the announcer here.
Just because he imploded 4 times?
Well, yeah. If Satan were announcing a game in an arena, it would sound a little something like the announcer does here, right?
You could do a South Park skit.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Pelly right up the seam. Cameron Pelly.
Sorry, I was checking something there on the old power box, making sure we weren't going to shut down anytime soon. As Chappie will fire one off of Bloom, picked up by the Alliance. They'll send it back up, trying to spring for a breakaway here. I can tell you this, with 4:20 left in this one, Florida's not going anywhere.
No, I can't say enough good things about this Florida Alliance team. They played a good game, a clean game, and here they are with 4 minutes to go, just still coming at the Penguins.
Florida controls behind the net, up to the point. Looking, firing one down low, looking at the backside there. It'll be Halliday controlling for the Penguins. Up comes Brenneman, leaves it to the outside, onside to Flume, who pushes it forward for Brenneman to chop up and over the goaltender.
Yep.
Penguins with a save there.
Coming on strong. That Flume, Brenneman playing tight. You saw it earlier in the period. That time Brenneman to Flume again. I think that's what it was before.
Knocked down on the plays, Brenneman. It'll be picked up by Florida. Gathered by Flume tries to cut to the middle. It'll be taken away, and here's Foster with it at center. Now Bolus. Bolus drives one. It comes off of the Florida players, felled on the play by the heavy shot. That'll sting for a little bit, but he'll be all right. As Caruso gets control. Golnack with the pressure. Here's Bolus.
Nice
tapped
one
into
touch.
the middle. Pearsall darting in. As they feed one through. It'll miss Pearsall. Stick end up in the corner where Florida Alliance will come away with it.
One of the things I've noticed here, Tyler Bolus really looking comfortable in that cycle down low. We know that's part of the way that Golnack and Pearsall like to play. And Bolus real comfortable making those little plays down front.
Short side shot fought off by the squish tender as a rolling puck will come across.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Cleared up the center, it's Golnack. Dumping it in, the Penguins are looking for a line change.
Yeah, good change there with 2:30 left. Keep the boys fresh.
We will get through all three lines again here. As Carlson dips around one. Coming to the area behind the cage will be taken away by Florida. Up the outside. In front of their bench. Defended by Trek. Puck will roll to the corner.
Klein on the forecheck looking for number 3.
Bros takes a shot on Squish there. Come off the pad. Out comes Jones.
Now, does that count as a shot on net, Jeremy? No. No?
No. Not unless it goes in. If it goes in, it gets credited to the other team as a goal and a shot on goal. Whoever touched it last.
Okay.
As Bros with a heavy shot that's blocked. And back come the Alliance. Great job by Schweitzer to get back. As Track pressures to the corner. You know what else I noticed earlier, just on that last rush, Track and Bros? You saw Track take away the player as the puck got dumped in. Bros reads it, goes over, and they end up switching sides there.
Yep.
So, because Bros would be the closest one with speed as Track was tied up. There's that patented clapper from Jones from the point as he was trying to get off and get a change. Is there a prettier dump in and change than that?
No, it really isn't.
As Flume takes it away, it'll be swiped right back, and Florida's got too many men.
I think it's going to be.
I mean, there's 6 on the ice right now, so I would think that would potentially be the call.
That's the call here. And the Penguins, with a running clock, 50 seconds to go, are going to head to the power play. You talk about the perfect dump. Zach Brenneman, you remember that one from this morning? Just a really nice play. That might have been him again.
So too much man on Florida. We get a whistle. Nobody's in the box as the clock ticks away. Running clock here, so nobody really cares that nobody's in the box. The referee did for a second. He's like, fine, whatever. Drop the puck.
By the way, stay tuned after the game ends here for the Commodores' 3 stars of the game.
You're going to have a tough one this time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could have 33 stars of the game. Well, as Chappie gets control. Time will tick away. One more stop for the squish tender. As he comes out the challenge. And the Penguins will win the quarterfinal game here by a final of 8-2 over the Florida Alliance, sending them to the semifinals in their track as back-to-back champions looking for a third. Let's head to the Commodore for today's 3 stars of the game.
Jeremy, our 3rd star of the game. Netminder for the Penguins. Number 1, the squish tender. Made some big saves when he needed to. Florida came out hot and came out strong, and Squish was up to the task. A great quarterfinal victory for the squish tender. Number 2 for the Penguins. Number 27, Cameron Pelly, a dynamic player on both sides of the puck, on the defensive side, on the offensive side, getting into the score sheet as well.
And Mom Ronnie chiming in here. Let's go Pens on the chat.
Mom Ronnie, she knows. Cameron with a great game. And number 1 for the 2nd consecutive year with a hat trick against Florida Alliance in this tournament, Jack Carlson, just an absolute beast in and around the puck, in and around the net, with a big 3-goal performance. And now your Penguins head to the semifinals. Those are your 3 stars, Jeremy.
The Commodores 3 stars. Thank you for joining us. As always on Cine TV, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Follow us on the socials, the X, Facebook, and Instagram for all your City TV news. And, of course, find us on the citytv.com for all your apparel. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Rochester, New York.